Hey up, I'm Vu and welcome back to another episode of RImWorld. Ooh, let's get started, shall we? Now, once again, a lovely freezing day within our sun village. But at last we aren't being attacked by anything head-on. Well, not completely true. Let's ignore Bat for the time being. Overdosing, so hopefully he doesn't die. But no, we aren't being attacked by something head-on. Instead, we're being attacked by something that's very, very patient, which I must say is a little bit of a pain. So we will actually have to build up some basic defences, start hammering away, and just see how things go. But let's first of all take a look at this raccoon and make sure it's marked to be hunted. And hopefully we should be fine. Yep, so it is coming through the main entrance. People should start running. Very good. And slow it down. Did someone get shot? Trader, did you get shot? You took a shot from the turrets. Oh, well, that's a bit of bad timing, isn't it? How about this, Trader? We'll give you a, you can start attacking. You've got a knife. No need to run this time. We'll actually get you to kill it as well. And bring it inside and, well, right away. Don't rescue it. No, 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 no. Oh, it's still alive. Come on. How long does it take? I suspect now it's dealt with. Yep. No, don't consume the corpse. How about hauling it? You know, some of these menus, it's great that there's context menus and things, but when they change constantly with anything you click on, my reflexes just automatically want to click on the second or third element, which is not always what we want to do. But no, let's get back to what the most crucial part right now is, which is of course dealing with this ship. So what we've done many times before, and it's always seemed to work, is actually build a few walls, stage things out, and just see how it goes. So let's go here, here, here. That gives us a few little places for people to hide behind. Oh, interesting. That is actually the very edge. So there's probably marshland. Yep, right along there. Okay, well that's a little bit of a shame. Though we can work with it. And what I'll do is something like this, and then we'll have just a middle wall. So people stand on the inside edges, and let's see if we can build one along a wall. We can't. No, it'll still work out. The idea is at least we've got like a one solid wall from when people have to leg it back to the base, they'll be able to hide behind it without too many issues. So no, that's fine. And I think also we'll do something just like this. In case we have any of our melees want to come in and do a few close range bits of combat. So no, that should be really good. And I will mark these to be hauled out of the way, because they're a little bit inconvenient right now. Now this should go well. We've managed to deal with them without too many issues now. I know one of the other ways of dealing with it is by putting a few turrets around and then dealing with it that way, but we've never had an issue this way. Hell, even putting maybe a few traps couldn't hurt. Well, things are set up down here, so let's continue working on the top half of our colony itself. Now we have some rare thrombos which have entered the map. I don't suspect we're going to do anything with them once again, though it would be nice to attack them. But see, the thing is, our defences are pretty heavily gone, which, is in part my fault, and is in part just how we've designed it. But we are still staying with this design because it's worked so quite well. And these events are not letting up, are they? A mysterious blight destroyed most of your crops. Oh, that's a real pain. And even the heal root was just the biggest thing right now. Because we don't have much medicine, or any medicine around, do we? No, we don't. We've got one bit of yayo, which Bat might be coming along to nibble on once in a while. But looks like we've still got a bit of food kicking around, so hopefully things will be fine. Yeah, over 2,000 units of rice versus... Actually, I've got a long listing here. Now, I suspect we'll be fine with food, and we've got obviously enough in the stockpile. I think we actually need more meat to start making some some fine meals. Huh, interesting. Okay. Now, so what are we going to do? Well, we're going to ignore that and just hope for the best, I think. Yeah, we'll hope for the best, but we are still, of course, working on the bottom growing area here, which is a bit of a shame that we can't get that last little corner area. And hey, you've actually finished the wall off. Even better. Now it is time to put a door in, otherwise they won't be able to get access to the inside area. So I'm thinking we place it, yeah, just here, and then we can place the heater and the switches just sort of in line. With that said, I should probably move the dumping stockpile. Yes, we should. But where are we going to put it? Now, I do want to try and keep it out of the way where possible. And just, where is it? That's the disassembling table, the machining table. So I think we might just place the storage area just there. keeps things in line, and it shouldn't cause too many issues. So let's do something like this, and obviously copy the settings across. I think that did it. Copy and paste, yeah. Kind of wish there was like a notification or something like copied settings from stockpile such and such to such and such, because that would have helped. Oh, that's my opinion at least. There we go. So we're going to remove that stockpile, and that should be good. I'm assuming they can walk over the switch. I've never actually checked. I suspect it will be fine. Now we need to take some look at the roofing, because I don't know whether or not this is properly roofed up, and also something else to do with the roofing afterwards as well. So we want to, where is it? Expand, build roof. Okay, no, that's good. That's all defined to be roofed, and which is what we want. But something interesting. Just here, we've actually missed a little bit. This is pointed out by Cathro, which really, really useful suggestion, because that would have certainly explained why we aren't getting much heat into this room, or when we do put heaters in here eventually. So we're actually going to fix it up, and actually it probably means that if anyone was sleeping in this bed, which Sparkles is, Sparkles isn't. Oh, this is a piece of art. It's an excellent piece of art. Oh, we have to take a look at the art. So, Trader's Blue. An engraving on this furniture shows Trader Olga stumbling around with a complete broken expression on his face as a friend cries. Trader is looking upward as if to ask for help from above. A dead caterpillar stands at the left part of the image. The work is shaded in hues of blue and blue. This artwork refers to Trader giving up in despair on the 9th of Fall 5502. Now, that's certainly a range of colours, blue and blue. I always like these descriptions, just how they're generated. It's really amusing because it's always based on the events within the game itself. Okay, well, we've marked just this little roofing area here, which you can actually visibly see. And that should really help out the next occupant of this bed. Next occupant of these sets of beds. Hello, cargo pods. Okay, that's an interesting bit of timing. And combat supply, I can't complain. Wow, there are lots happening now. What do we need to deal with first? No, I think combat supplier first, and then we'll go and work on just something I think we all need. So, who is the best talker in our colony? The best socialist? Or socialite? I think it's socialite because socialist is, yeah, different. So we've got 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 7, 5 with passion. Okay, we've got a 5 with passion. I think that's probably better than the 7. Yep. Just in the long run, I think Bat will be able to pick up a few skills. Should definitely help out, given that Val has obviously kicked the bucket on us. Let's see what they have to offer. Any second now, Bat. I know it's a bit of a distance, but it's well worth the walk. And what have we got? Let's take a look. Come on. Menu can pop up any time now. Right, we've got that's quite a few things to go through, so as usual I will be back in just a second. And with that, I think we're done. So what I've done is just buy all the components they had, because we never seem to have enough, and it's always going to take a while to mine out more, given that it's also a bit of a it's pretty hard to walk with this thick snow, I believe. So we're going to buy 10 components, 10 units of medicine, because we don't have any around, and the recent blight has certainly forced our hands, or at least my hand. Then on to selling off a lot of the beer, just so we can, just a bit of a cash cow. Is that, no, that's not the right term. No, just so we can get a bit of cash in our pocket. I suspect, well, we're getting a 755 positive, which is pretty good. 755 increase in cash, which probably might end up being used in sterile floors, because we still need to do the other 2 rooms. I think we'll hold off maybe from that. And then just selling a lot of the really cheapish weapons, and obviously a lot of the cheapish, a lot of the bows, a lot of the cheapest clothes, and then that's pretty much it. So we're going to accept that. We're going to get a few items of cash, and we'll work with what we can get our hands on. But it does free up the our storage area quite a lot, which is really, really good to see. That's the one good thing about just trading like this. Now, where was I going to go? I was planning to do something else, and it is starting to escape me what it was. What was it? Oh, it might have been this area down here. I'm not completely sure, but no, we're going to actually work on this area. We do have a proper doorway in here, it's completely secure, so we should actually start designating what this zone should and shouldn't be. Now, I've said before that we wanted hill route. So hill route is going to be one half. I don't know which half, top half, bottom half, left half, or right half. But, okay, so we're going to, I'm going to say just left half, because that's what we sort of do. We split it down vertically down the center, which is actually something technically like that. So this half will be hill route, and the other half will be what are we calling it? It's cycloid plant. So let's do something like that, and awesome. We're really glad that it didn't create a new zone, or it didn't hook into the wrong zone there. And expand it 1 unit further, and that should do the trick. So we'll have hill root on the left, and not potato plants, but cycloid plant, and that should hopefully be fine. Now we have to get some power over there as well. Well, that's not too much of a challenge. Obviously, it will require a few components and a few other bits of material. Nice thing is we got battery power right close. And can we place it in the wall? No, we can't. Okay, so that's not proper wall. Well, I guess let me cancel these 2 jobs and try this once more. So let's build a copy. We'll just place it 1 unit higher. It's not the end of the world. Oops. Copy is oh, there we go. And then just build it into here when we want. What's the first thing we want? I think we'll just do power cable, and then just bring the power cable on the inside wall. Because I don't know if it's on the outside wall, whether or not that's more of a if it's more of an encouragement for raiders and stuff to attack this area other than other places. So yeah, so I think I'll do that, and we only need to get the power line just right up to the edge, which is close enough for these sun lamps to see it. So there we go. Now we have to do one other thing, which we've done in every other growing zone, and that of course is temperature with heating. So I actually place it just in this little nook. Should do the job. And yep, so this requires 1 component. I think this does as well. Yep, and the power cables only require metal. Now, okay. Now, I believe we have, well, we should have enough components. I don't think all those have been listed in the area correctly. No, okay, that's interesting. The coin's gone up there. What's the range on the orbital beacon? Kind of wish I could see now. How about... Okay, it's reasonably large. I don't know why it's up there with the cache. It probably means that the components are sort of outside the home zone or outside somewhere. I'll have to take a look for them because I know we have them around. I don't think we've used them all up. Don't suspect. I could be lying actually. We could have used them all up because of the drug lab. Which, hey, Falcon's actually working on. Awesome, that's really good to see. Because it does mean that we can start preparing and working on Wake Up, which would really help out. Who was it? It was not Falcon, it was Stephen. It was Stephen, right? Stephen the drug addict? Yep. Okay, cool. And with that, we have a solar flare. We are not having a great time. Low power. Actually, the power will... That's power's... Okay, no, so the power's increasing, but none of the items actually use it. Right. Okay. Okay, well things seem to be turning out. Now I do suspect it may be time to start our attack on this crash ship. Because there isn't much more we can do without it just constantly droning on us and making our colonists very unhappy, which is of course something I want to avoid. So we're going to attack them, of course, in the morning. Well, it is morning in our colony, but the drone did decide to intensify, and we obviously have a few issues with our colonists already, because it's now up to a medium drone level. Now, I don't intend for it to get any higher, so we're going to attack them in probably just a second. I'll make sure people have had meals to eat and obviously aren't going berserk. Right. Who is it and where? Stephen. What's up, Stephen? You're broken there, and you're deciding to attack Sparkles, who is in the kitchen. Okay, and why did you go berserk? Because of the psychic drone. As I've said before, we need to work on it right away. Now, I do suspect the best thing to do with Stephen is just to beat him down for the moment. It does mean that they won't be able to fight for us. Ooh, which I'm not too happy about. So, okay. Sparkles will get you into melee attack agent. Squid will also get you to melee attack, and that should be fine. So let's keep things moving on. And hey, Trader, if you drop your knife, yeah, we'll get Trader. Drop your knife, and you'll also take a, throw a few more punches at Stephen. Something like this. Keep him going, and that should do the job. We will, of course, have to quickly close these doors, actually. Orange, before you run away too far, can we get you over here? Closing up the doors would be really important, because let's see, -11, -1. I think the beer might start spoiling us. Spoil it by freezing. Darn it, Stephen. Oh, I guess that's partly my fault for putting so many frozen things close together. So what does that mean? We have to deconstruct this one, this one, this one, this one. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of barrels. Wow. We just lost a lot of beer. Okay, well, I'm bummed out about that, but there's nothing more we can do right now. And Stephen, you deserve that. As much as I am not too much of a fan of violence, sometimes some people deserve it. But then deserving is based on opinion, which, you know, is always something that you can't really see if it's right or wrong. You know, this is off topic. Okay, so who's picking up Stephen? Why is no one getting around to it? Because you're reserved by Freckles, and Freckles is... oh, the dog. Well, I think I'll let things continue, but Orange, we need you to close the door. Just actually stand in the doorway will do the trick. Awesome. Speed things up, and maybe once Sparkles has been... Sparkles? I thought it was Steven. Maybe you did take a few punches, of course. Okay, that's fair enough. You will get treated. And obviously Steven, once Freckles has grabbed Steven? Why is... okay, that's interesting. Why have you put Stephen over here? Stephen is, of course, injured and does need to be treated. So I would have expected them to be taken to the medical bed, because it is currently available. Unless someone's walking to it, which, no, is not the case. So, how bizarre. Okay, we're going to actually grab Squid over here. Grab Squid. Instead of cooking a simple meal, we will get you to not do doctoring, because you can't. Fu, can you do doctoring? You can. Okay, I am a little bit puzzled over that. Maybe it was just closer than a proper medical bed. I'll have to keep an eye on it next time just to make sure that it doesn't cause us too many problems, but no. Continue treating Stephen and we'll see how things go. And you know what, in just a sec, because we really need to deal with this crash ship. So we've been around for 3.8 days and they're driving animals mad. Great thing about it is that there aren't many animals in this frozen biome. Well, we do always see them from occasion. Okay, so people have been patched up, yes. So let's check Sparkles and then let's check Bat. Oh, sorry, not Bat. Sparkles and Stephen. You haven't even been properly patched up yet. Why? Sparkles, can you do doctoring? Doctoring, you probably can. You probably can't, because it's restricted. I need to grab someone who can doctor. Just so we can get you to treat Stephen. Make sure there aren't any infections in weirdly enough bruises. Okay. But since it is night time, I guess we'll have to do it in the morning. Which is a bit of a pain. I was really hoping we could have done it today. Fight off these bad guys. Oh, Cassandra. What would we ever do without you? Well, actually, we'd probably be living if we were without you. We have a toxic fallout. This is the first time we've had a toxic fallout. This is really awesome and really horrible. I've been hoping we weren't going to have one, because this will cause us a few issues within our base. It does take time, of course, to build up. So we'll just keep an eye on people. Now, I think we're just going to attack the poison ship right away. As we know, everyone who's currently in the base hasn't got a high level of toxic fallout, or hasn't got a toxic fallout build up. I don't know if it's even marked yet. No, it's not even marked. So let's grab everyone, and actually, first things first. No, wait. Grabbing everyone was the right idea. Right idea. Interesting. Skipped a few people. Why? Okay, never mind. First of all, let's deal with the animals. Make sure the animals are given to... oh. Ah. Give you to no master. Because the thing is, we can't give it to trader, and because trader needs a high level of skill. Interesting. Well, you should, in theory, be staying to within the home zone, so it should keep the bears safe. Now we'll have to find. What else do we need to do? We need to find. No, it's actually fine to grab everyone apart from Toxo, recruit them, send them down here, and then just work out who needs a weapon. If they're missing one, like Falcon over here. I think you had a shotgun originally before you had a bit of a hissy fit and dropped it. And we made you drop it, actually. I think that was the one over there. But hell, even a minigun couldn't hurt if you're on the front lines. It's very tempting. Very tempting indeed. Oh, there's actually a pulse rifle, a charge rifle here. Good quality. Let's see, we've got a good quality at minigun at 88% and a normal quality. Give you the good quality and we'll get you on the front line. So that was Falcon. You got a weapon. You can't fight. Bauer is just wandering. You do have frag grenades. I would have loved to grab you. I wonder how long it's going to take before your mood wears off. Because we really do need to grab you. Okay, Orange, you got a weapon. Steven needs a weapon. You are able-bodied right now. So what's your characteristics like? Prefer melee over shooting, but you're capable of both. So no, we'll give you the charge rifle. I think that's the best thing we can do. Bat has a longsword, so we don't need to give you a weapon. Crocodile, you have a weapon. Ed, you do, and Squid. Awesome, that's everyone. So as I said before, I hope that, I think it was Bat? No, Bauer. So when Bauer snaps out of their mood, which might take a little while longer, I think we'll actually grab Bat now as well. I really hope we can grab them, because they're the person I really want. And hey, there we go. That's what we needed to see. Because you've got grenades, and grenades do a wonderful amount of damage. So we're going to recruit you, pull you down, and see how things turn out. Now we'll check. No one has a level of build-up. Oh, there we go. We do have a level of build-up in Ed. Toxic build-up. It's only initial, and hello, trader as well. Okay, so how are we going to deal with this? As far as I understand, toxic fallout only affects people who aren't undercover. So if you build just a walkway or a pathway, and they walk under it, that's fine. Not too keen on that idea, but it's probably the best we could do right now. Well, let's proceed on with the attack, shall we? Make sure everyone gets down to the bottom here. And, oh, spring! Hey, maybe it will stop being so frozen and frigid. Maybe that will make some of our colonists a little bit happier. And Stephen, sorry, I thought I told you to come down here. Obviously I didn't grab you. And Sparkles? Sorry, I'm puzzled. Very puzzled about that. Oh, and Foo? No. And Squid? No. We're about to attack, guys. This is not the time. So we're going to put our melee people on the left edge. I think it's the best place for them. Ed, I think we'll start. We'll, spread our melee people out on the left and right side. Falcon with a minigun. Go down the center. Grenade. I think grenade people I'll keep on the outside, which is just a single person with a grenade. That's you guys set up. Sparkles. I think front line as well. Foo and oh wait, actually no. Sparkles is not the front line. Put you on the second line. I think that's technically still safe enough, and we'll grab Stephen to put them on the front line, which is just there. And that should set up a majority of our people, I hope. Foo, Stephen, anyone else coming? Nope, it looks like we're fine. Just don't ever anyone change their minds before the attack. Okay, I think we are prepared. Now, this isn't as spread out as I would have liked, but it's workable. It's certainly manageable. Okay, but you guys might actually have to run away. Actually, no. Bat staying there is perfectly fine. So I'll pull you back there. Just because you've got a shield, you'll be able to take up a few bullets in case they decide to walk around the corner, which is a very big possibility given how close this is. But no, let's begin. Great, you're in range. You start throwing it, slow it down, and everyone should start firing. Ooh, wow, that's actually a few scythers. The centipedes I can sort of work with, but the scythers are a little bit more worrying. Actually, great thing is, like I said, the reason why I prefer the centipedes is they can never hit straight. Oh! Yo, seriously? One-shot kill. Whole body, left arm, left kidney. Okay, I'm a little puzzled. Oh no, sorry, no, that makes more sense now. You took 225 hits to the torso. But you did lose a kidney as well. I wonder how long ago that was. Right, no one else has lost a kidney, right? People have already taken a few hits. Oh, this isn't looking good, is it? I wonder, maybe it is time to get people to run. Oh, and that's our first line of defense down. Of course, Falcon's body, we're going to have to leave there for the time being. Wow, that was really quite surprising. Well, that's what happens when you roll the dice. There's always a chance or a possibility of death. I would prefer it if the grenades could just come out this way when you throw them. Don't know why it's saying I can't shoot that way. Oh. Okay, I'm going to stop that and actually pull Stephen behind some proper defense, given that his is missing now. Just don't get shot in the back. And looks like you're safe. Cool. Now Fu, if you take a few hits, it'll be probably time to pull you back. You've taken a hit in the torso. I think it's pull back behind this line, and even Bao over here, you pull back as well. And while they're distracted, yep, cool. Now I wonder as well if maybe some sandbags just in these gaps could have helped. I don't know, but it's always a thought. Okay, so how are we going with the poison chip? Because that's the big thing. When we get rid of it, then we won't have to worry too much about it. The cool thing is we're still just in range as well. I think it will mean that we'll lose this scyther just by the fact that we're blowing it up. Actually, we've only got 2 scythers left. We aren't doing too bad after all. And Bauer, you're attacking the area, but you're standing still and doing nothing. You would like to tell me, Bauer, what you're doing? Like, I'm a bit confused. I thought you could attack an area, so why aren't you... Yeah, okay, well, as long as you keep throwing them near the grenades, that's just the big thing. Sorry, throwing the grenades next to the ship. That'll keep us safe. But Bat has taken a gunshot wound, so we're going to pull you back. And even Crocodile... Actually, no, wait. I'll unrecruit Bat. We don't need him around any longer. And, yeah, as long as we continue to fire on this last scyther, I think we're fine. Maybe it's worth actually getting our melee people in just to quickly kill off the scyther. Scythers, though, could be possibly deadly to our colonists. It really depends what weapons they've got. I wondered, can we see? It just says charge lance, but I suspect that they still have the blades on their hands. Yeah, the bodies are adorned with 2 articulated blades which make them deadly in melee cover. Melee combat, sorry. And, okay, well... Now, the thing is, I don't want Bauer to continue throwing grenades down here, because we want to grab the steel if we can, and obviously the AI Persona Core, because I think that's what our first or second one we got? I think it's probably second. I suspect we do have another one in here. Yeah, there it is. AI Persona Core. Okay, that gives us 2, and that probably also increases the wealth of our colony. Oh, that's even interesting again. We're actually showing the flat line. Huh. Okay, well, I think we're just going to rush a few of our melee people in. Just get rid of this last person. Yep, and we didn't lose any of the steel, so that's fine. Melee people, just get these last 2 guys around and have food. Actually, come up nice and close again. I'd love if you could just, take a few pot shots at this guy. Okay, I think it's time. And get everyone to melee attack, so we shouldn't take too many issues, and if we do... Well, yeah, that's on my head. And that should do the job. Run for it. And bam. Oh, never mind. Last grenade did it by the looks of it. Excellent. Did Ed take any damage? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Looks like we're good. Unrecruit everyone, and... What are we going to do about the body? Because we don't have another sarcophagus yet for Falcon. Now, this is marble, these sarcophaguses. But do we have enough marble? Because it's, what, 70 units, I believe, it requires? And we've only got 61. Oh, no, it requires 60. Look at that. We're what? Oh, that's limestone, which is actually this one down here. Because we don't actually have enough marble left in this colony. Okay, so you get someone to at least haul the body in. So, strip, consume, and you can't haul because there's no places to store it. Right. Okay, we're leaving them there. And hopefully things continue to turn out. So how badly are our colonists hurt? Okay, we got toxic build-up, just initial on most of our people. A couple of gunshot wounds. But no, it's just the toxic build-up, which is probably the most worrying thing. Okay, and obviously people will get treated in the right amount of time. Yep, cool. Just wondering, indoors, outdoors. So outdoors and undercover still counts as outdoors as well. I don't know, maybe it's just best at the moment just keep an eye on people and then restrict them, say, to this room, or start planning to roof the entire area. Well, it's not a bad idea. It's not like we're growing anything in these zones which really require this open area. Maybe apart from these turbines. That could be a little bit of an issue now that I think about it. I don't know. We'll wing it, I think. That's probably the best thing we can do. But I will actually mark these to be cut because they don't belong in the growing area. The cool thing is we are getting the cycled plant, which means, Stephen, if you can hold on just a little bit longer, we might be able to start producing the wake up you need. Which, hell, we've got the drug lab, so we should probably at least set it up. Make wake up, which requires requires Nutrimine, which we actually have around. Our plan was to use it for medicine, but no, that's fine. Okay, so it requires 2 to produce, what, 1 wake up? So if we say do until you have, I suspect if we put it at 10, that's going to use, 10, we'll use 20 units, which means we have 10 left over, so no, that's a fine number to keep. Obviously it's another job for our colonists to do, but I think we can keep up with it. Well, I was hoping this wouldn't come to it, or we'd be attacked by an Arctic fox at this point in time. Oh, so it was this one that was already inside the base. I thought it was actually dead. Oh, that's my fault for not checking, isn't it? Okay, minor toxic build-up, yep, so a lot of the animals might even start dying off. Didn't realise I didn't look at the grizzly bear and how its toxic build-up is going, but no, I think we're fine there. So, Ed, you're actually going to have to come to the rescue of Crocodile, and maybe we can grab Squid. I think Squid's fine to grab as well. Yep, need a melee. It should be good. Don't die me, Crocodile. I can't afford another death, or I certainly don't want one. Now, we haven't lost any other body parts, alright. People are unrecruited. There we go. So, Crocodile, how badly are you hurt? Just scratches, but you haven't lost any new body parts. Awesome. But I would prefer it if you actually headed into bed. You know, just to keep you healthy and strong. Make sure you don't go dying on us. Well, that was quite an eventful episode, wasn't it? Dealing with the poison ship blow and the death of Falcon, which I must say I'm kind of disappointed that it's happened, but what more can you do? So, as I've said in the past, and we'll say... sorry, I forgot to say something. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. But, as I've said in the past, and we'll say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.